Peace, family. I am out under the sky with nature, and gonna do this oracle observation on the current energy on this very transformative and rare blue moon that we had 3 days ago, that is still very, very potent and is going to carry us over until the autumn equinox. I plan to do this reading the day of the full moon, and Spirit just called me to sit in it for a few days in general, and for myself to really tap in, to really hone the messages that were coming through, and then to get confirmation through the reading that I am going to share with you now in real time. We are the 25th of August today, 3 days after, and I do like to sit with this energy as much as possible. 3 days before the moons, 3 days after. So I was definitely listening to the instructions to do so for this particular one. Blue moon energy, so I've got my organite pieces, my mirrors, my pyramids here with some blue stones, blue kyanite and lapis lazuli, which is very aligned with the energy of Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, water bearer, air, and it's been intense. Here in New York, we had a big storm, hurricane warnings and such on that day, and it was all very aligned with the air and the wind and the water of a hurricane, of Aquarius, of Oya energy, of monumental shifts and changes. And given that it was the second full moon in Aquarius in a row, July's full moon was also in Aquarius, it made it that much more potent. And it falling on the 22nd, the second full moon in Aquarius falling on 2/2 of the infinite abundance month, it being a master number, 22 being a master number, and Aquarius being the 11th sign of the zodiac, also a master number, 1111 is 22. All of that is quite aligned, and again mentioning that this energy is going to be taking us over to the autumn equinox, which falls on the 22nd of September. So all of it is very aligned. We were on a cusp, and that's also why I felt that Spirit called me to wait to really kind of tap into this energy before doing this reading, to see what the messages are for that day, and again going into the next month, is that it was an anaretic sun in Leo switching over to Virgo on the 23rd, and an anaretic moon in Aquarius switching over to Pisces. And the significance of anaretic is when a sign is in the last degrees, the 29th degree of its sign. So our Aquarius full moon in July was in the first degree of Aquarius, and then now it ended off on the 29th degree. And the anaretic symbolism is when the energy is most concentrated. It's right before the sign changes, so it's very, very powerful, but yet temporary. So it highlights the precipice, cusp, threshold, and duality energy of that transition, of that transformative time. And again, just aligns so perfectly with that transformative time, as well as the duality energy, given that Aquarius is an air sign, yet the water bearer. So very much again aligning with that storm quality, that hurricane quality of the wind and the water, and Aquarius kind of ruling both of those elements. Everything that happens on our planet, that is energy, it is fuel, and it is carried in the wind. That is Oya energy. She is the change, she is the storm that is coming, and we are very much in the storm before the calm. Things are going to get crazier and harder before they get better, but it is a test of faith over fear. It really is about believing and receiving. We don't know what, we don't know why, we don't know when, but we have to know will. And we have to believe that our will be, and that our will is in alignment with the will of the Creator, because we are aligning with nature, because we are aligning with our ancestors, and with goodness and with kindness and with standing up for freedom and for what we believe in. We had Jupiter in conjunction with the moon, so that's a blending energy with the moon. That was in retrograde in Aquarius, while in opposition with the sun, which supports our expansion efforts and looking at what we may need to reevaluate to maximize our growth potential. So that brings an opportunity for more clarity and discernment, looking at different perspectives, thinking of the hangman energy of kind of flipping things on its head and thinking outside of the box, and especially given full moon energy, which is culmination energy after, our Lionsgate 8/8 portal falling on the new moon. This is a continuation of the energy, and to think about how we want to illuminate what it is that we started with that 8/8 energy. We have Chiron in retrograde, which is, very much about the wounded healer and us kind of dredging up things from our past, particularly things that may have happened in our youngest years from 0 to 7, since Chiron is in Aries until 2027 and in retrograde in Aries. And Aries is our first sign of the zodiac, the infancy stage of things in that sense. So, given all of this alignment and, Aquarius energy, we've been preparing for this age of Aquarius, specifically since the great conjunction, with Jupiter and Saturn. And, then we have this energy of Jupiter being, close to us in this way for us to really be able to see it. I was so blessed to be up with Kai on my roof and, with the telescope and saw it, and all 4 of Jupiter's moons, and just aligning with that energy and, asking for that expansion and giving thanks for it. So amazing energy, regardless of what, it appears to be. And apologies for the ambient noise, but I have to do these nature readings outdoors. That was another reason too that I ironically couldn't do it on the day of the full moon, because it was stormy weather for like 2-3 days around that time, which again, the Creator knows that it wasn't the time for it. It was the time to really just absorb. It's a leveling up energy to tap into. It's a feeling of of miracles coming through, and you feel it when you are aligned with faith. Because if you are kind of tapped into the news and just watching what's happening with mandates and, people not feeling like they have a choice for certain things, it is scary, you know what I mean? And it does kind of make you feel like, what is the world coming to? But that's just the world according to, right? You really do have to look beyond this world. And when you are tapped into the great beyond, when you think about the energy of as above, so below, but you start above, it's hopeful. It has to be. So that's what I'm tapped into. Age of Aquarius is about collaboration. It's about being a visionary. It's being a humanitarian. So, thinking about information exchange and community and how technology can bring us together, not just kind of separate us and bring us together in the separation of things. It's about being rebellious. It's about big ideas. So when you tap into Aquarius energy, you look at what, these small minds are doing and fearing and whatever, and you're like, oh, well, you just don't get it. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to really stay focused on, and definitely provides hope and instills my faith. And it is a time to focus on your unique qualities, what's weird about you, envision the utopia for this world and beyond that you see. And think about the non-attachment, again, to worldly things. Think about the great beyond, and how much bigger this energy is than what it perceives to be and what the news would have us believe. It is a time as well for us to kind of up our technical know-how and use social media, use technology to spread our word, to spread our knowledge, to spread our hopes, our dreams, our beliefs, and to again come together with like-minded, like-hearted, like-spirited people and find them all over the world. This is really a time to expand our tribes and think about who is aligned with the mentalities, the very unique, weird, conspiracy theory, whoever, whatever, people want to label, the rebels are the ones that want to kind of do things their way. And, again, focusing on faith over fear, the people that are aligned in that way. You want to know who they are, you want to know where they are, you want to know how to find them, how to connect, how to get that support, and how to give that support. So definitely think about that in regards to the giving and the receiving of that. Thinking about your tribe. The last few readings that I did, like all of that was so blatant and so clear, and was so beautiful, to see that kind of very, very clear cosmic confirmation. It's a time to tap more into our right brain. I'm sorry that I'm doing all of this spiel before the actual reading, but it is such an this is also why I realized that I think I should sit with the moon before doing the reading, because of all of this that comes through. The rituals that I did, and gathering with my tribe, with my community, with Kai, with my family, in the ways that we hone this energy, it solidifies so much. And then it makes it easier for me to channel. It makes it easier for spirit and the ancestors to come through for the confirmation of what was already given. And I think it's that much more empowering when you get the information. Spiritually, I'm getting a lot of dreams, and then to do the reading and see it. And it's like, oh, wow, yeah, that's it. Versus doing the reading first and then wondering where I'm actually getting the insight. If it's just me being influenced by the reading, which again is still channeled, information, but it's just, it already feels more powerful to be as aligned with the energy as I am now before doing this reading. And also the right brain, again, in terms of that, really honing more into our intuition, into our creativity, into the spirituality of things, and not leaning so much on the technical aspect of things, or the ego, or the intellect, and knowing that if we're trying to align with source and with nature, it is more on the right brain, energy of things. So just try to tap into that a little bit more, as well as to, again, do that inner child work healing, and, shadow work, and all of the things that we need to remove from our past so that we can make space for what it is that we want now and going into the future. And it helps us stand by our decisions. It helps us know, I'm keenly aware of what it is that I'm signing up for, what my decision is, and nothing, no one is going to sway me. Like, that is so incredibly empowering to know that, you are rebellious in that way, but someone's only a rebel because somebody else says you're not doing what I want you to do. That's what a rebel is. So that has nothing to do with them. You shouldn't be thinking of yourself in alignment to what it is that you're not doing for them, or that they are not doing, or basically them saying, I'm doing this because other people tell me to, why aren't you? There's an envy to that too. I think a lot of people that, are just kind of going with the tides are a little bit envious of those of us that are so solid in our stance, in our sacred, in our spirit. So be true to that, and be committed to that. It's really an energy. If you decide that, there's no turning back. Like, just believe in yourself. That's your heart's desire. That, again, if you're tapping into right brain, that is the place that you're choosing from, and it can't steer you wrong. Your heart just doesn't. So just think about as well how you feel about the choices that you're making, and do it when you're alone. Do it when you're in the dark. Do it when you're in front of a mirror, and face yourself. That came up in last reading as well, of really facing yourself, and being confident and comfortable and committed to the decisions and the choices that you're making. And if there's anything that's unsettled in those quiet moments, in those alone moments, in those reflection moments, being across from yourself and looking into your own eyes in a mirror, that's when you're going to know, what, this is not for me, or I shouldn't have, and then you have an opportunity to fix, or to redo, or to reflect. This is retrograde energy. There's so many planets in retrograde right now, which is about that reevaluation, reflecting, like redoing. We can always change our minds, but when you are firm, when you've decided, then that's the thing where you don't turn back, in the sense of don't turn against yourself. When your spirit, when your heart, when your soul tells you, when spirit speaks, you follow those instructions, and you don't get swayed by something exterior, especially if it's low vibrational energy. Right now, authentic energies really, really stand out, and people that are, faking it, are really going to stand out. We're going to start to see that. And this opportunity to be reflective is a time to realize which one you want to be. You know, do you want to be authentic, or, you know, do you want to be somebody that just talks a good game, you know? So, you know, think about all that, and being emotionally objective as well during this time, to not fall victim to any of, you know, the negative qualities that may make you stand out as not being authentic. You know, just take a step back. Don't be reactionary. Be reflective. This is also why I waited to do this reading, because it also, every time I do a reading, because, okay, it's a full moon, let me just do a reading, it's reactionary. I'm responding to, you know, this energy of feeling like it has to be now, and it doesn't have to be now. Man, I'm out here. I just saw this huge, I don't know what that was. Either a cicada or a gigantismo dragonfly, but wow, totally took my attention. But that's what I love about doing the nature readings in nature, because they come around, you know, and they all have messages. And when you see an animal, when you see, you know, an insect, when you dream of one, like, look them up and get the message. It is so on point, and the more aligned you are to revere nature in that way, the more they're going to present themselves to you to give you these very, very, very tangible messages. So 16 minutes later, setting up the energy, because this is, again, energy overview, so just giving you, you know, the general scope of things, what has been channeled, what I've researched, what I've soul searched, and that's basically what it is. So I'm going to go into prayer, and then we'll begin. I give thanks to the Creator for the breath of life. I give thanks to the Spirit of Destiny for wisdom and insight. I give thanks to the spiritual gatekeepers for opening the way to the ancestral realm and blessing me with Ashe. I pay homage and I pour libation to the ancestors, Orisha, angels, guides, prophets, and ascended masters, and I am honored and humbled by their presence. I give thanks to them for sharing their voices and messages through me and these sacred tools as we seek their guidance. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. All right. I'm going to start with some Rider-Waite-Smith tarot cards and aligning with nature. Give thanks. This energy overview. This blue moon in Aquarius. We're now settled in a little bit more into Virgo season, coming out of Leo season. That threshold energy, duality. What is it? Mother Earth, nature, as above, so below energy. What is it that you would have us know? Give thanks. Hear the cicadas singing? I hear you. Thanks for this energy. Shuffle until they tell me to stop. Whew. And I let them choose. Okay. Ooh. Let's see. This is the first card that came through. Again, the order doesn't matter, but sometimes it tells a story, which is interesting. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Death card. Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles. And our Six of Wands. One Major Arcana. 3 Court cards. 2 Pentacles. 2 wands, our 6, our 13. We were just connecting with divine feminine energy. 13. Our death card is about transformation. It's about rebirth. It's seeing the dawn despite what it appears to be. That's a lot. It's very, very heavy with this energy. This whole energy is very death-like feeling energy that, oftentimes is perceived as negative, but it's not. This is about death of an old structure, something that isn't working, something that needs to be discarded and released in order for what is meant to come through, for, again, that restart, for that rebirth. Got Oya winds blowing, so I'm just going to stay close to these cards to make sure they don't fly away. Queen of Pentacles energy is abundance. It's fruitfulness. It's resourcefulness. It's fertility. It's thinking about our home, the domestic life, having what we need, having that stability. And I do believe that a lot of us are concerned about our money right now. We connected with Lionsgate energy to bring in that infinite abundance, but we're still not sure. We're still worried. We're still in doubt. And we need to release that doubt. That's part of what needs to die. There's a lot of things that need to be killed off in our energy, in our sphere, whether it's low vibrational emotions, energies, entities, need to die. We need to put them to rest permanently. Chiron in retrograde energy is also about dredging up a lot of things so that we can put them to rest. This Chiron retrograde gives us the opportunity as we go through that to permanently heal from wounds that have been there, things that we may not be facing and want to face. Again, this is also very reflection energy. Look into the mirror and be honest with yourself. And the cicadas singing in confirmation. And cicadas is all about rebirth, is all about patience in regards to the rebirth. What a cicada's lifespan is and how that comes to fruition, is very much literally about being buried, seemingly dead, only to, have that circadian rhythm, that aligns again with cicada, even in the word of it, even in the terminology of it, in regards to when it is divine time to be risen, to rise up, to have that, rebirth. So we really do, in order for, that abundance to come in order for that fertility, that new earth, the rebirth of this new earth that this age of Aquarius is trying to bring in, we really do have to kill off so much that is holding us back. I'm going to let that helicopter pass as we reflect on what it is that we know we need to dead off, to bring in new life. So we may wonder, how do I bring in this new? How do I bring in this abundance, this infinite abundance? Beyond just thinking about what you need to kill, you have to think about what it is that you want to bring in. What is the new? Because this is not just about waiting on the universe to drop these things into your lap. You have to take initiative. Page of Wands is exactly that, initiative, in regards to fire energy, in regards to creativity, in regards to our passions, our purpose, a new idea, a new project, something that we've been wanting to do, that ironically we feel like things are in the way that we feel we need to keep. And maybe that's exactly what needs to be killed off in order for us to let that abundance to come in. Page of Pentacles and the Page of Wands is that newness energy of also taking that leap of faith, right? Of feeling like I'm gonna bring the innocence into this. I'm gonna be kind of childlike in this energy. Page of anything is very innocent, childlike, kind of like a fresh, I don't want to say naive, but in a sense, kind of being okay. Hello, Monarch Butterfly. Blessings. Thank you. Transformation, metamorphosis, DNA change over upgrades. Yes. Listen, Paige, don't be afraid of the kid in you, because this inner child work that needs to be done is about catering to the kid in you, is about looking back at that inner child and being like, what did I promise you? What did I say I was going to do? What was it about me that was so confident and so happy-go-lucky and so, inspired? And then we grow up, right? And then we forget that child, we forget that kid, we forget that innocence, we forget those promises, we forget that caution to the wind energy, those dreams that we had, those passions, those hobbies, those talents that are still there, oftentimes dormant in us. And now if we kind of kill off all of the things that have been holding us back from that childlike innocence, that kid energy that just makes us so excited about that thing that we lose time doing, it's a reminder of those things. And it's a reminder of the creativity that is in us, that has been in us, that is innately in us, those passions translating and transforming into money, into abundance, into fruitfulness, to lead us all the way to this mother energy of abundance. This is a mother nature energy. This is aligning with nature. This is what this reading is all about. This is what the moon energy is all about. So for us to see the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles of basically telling us what we need to do to achieve that owo, that money, that abundance, and knowing that it is rooted in our creativity. It is rooted in the passions and the things that fire us up and fuel us. And knowing that death is okay. Death needs to be welcomed right now because we know what it is that is in our way to achieve these things and to achieve the ultimate recognition for what it is that we want to do, for what it is that is innately in us, that inspires us and that is going to inspire other people. Our Six of Wands is about victory. It's about success. That's getting good news. That's getting, finally getting recognized for what it is that you do. Even aligning with this Aquarius energy and, me mentioning the kind of getting more in tune with technology and putting what it is that you do out there. The only way you can get recognized for what you're doing is if people know what you're doing. And it's not about doing it to get recognized. It's about doing it because it is your passion, knowing that you deserve your compensation for this passion, for this talent, for this purpose. Knowing that you are getting to that, the honing of it, the fertility of it, that it is growing, the lushness of this thing that you start. Right? This is like, in a sense, the order of things, of knowing what it is that it inspires you, that makes you feel passionate, that you feel is your purpose, believing that this is a service, a sacred service that you provide, and that you are going to be blessed by sharing it. And then it's like you get to do the work, money starts to come in, and then you kind of sit back and invest and hone it and watch it grow. Watch the land, the lushness of what you created just by having that idea and the faith to go for it. And killing off whatever's in the way, whatever it is that is going to make you feel fear-based in starting it, and knowing that that is what's going to lead you. So this was in reverse, so I will definitely, read the fear that we have that is very predominant in the energy of many of us, that is also dictating a lot of the choices that we're making because of restrictions that are, being threatened. So this reversed energy is, a stagnation in the recognition. It's a stagnation in our success because of what it is that we're not necessarily killing off, because of the path that we're not taking, because we're kind of staying in line with what they say. So until we really hone what needs to be honed and kill off what is not serving us, it's only then that we're going to be able to turn that successful energy upright and really, benefit from the promise that this energy has for us. This is a promise. They're all upright. They're saying, it's inevitable if you do it. This is like action steps. So yeah, we gotta take the leaps of faith. We have to believe to receive. So Lenormand, see Lenormand in alignment with this energy. Give thanks. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. The lady was aligning right away for me with the Queen of Pentacles, because again, we're talking about Mother Nature. We're here doing this nature reading. This is right brain energy, right? That rules the creative side, the left side of the body, the feminine aspect of the body. Creativity, intuition, emotion, moon energy. So this is very much confirmation to align with that right side energy. That is the right side energy as well, and that is why the Queen came first, even before the Page of Pentacles, because this is the start of how to kill off the energy that is no longer serving, to then open up the way for our creativity, for the things that inspire us, for the things that we're passionate and purposeful about to come through to our consciousness, to our day-to-day, to then begin the abundance to come through. And then again, once we do it, there's no more blockage in that success. Feminine energy, right side of the brain energy, tapping into higher self energy. And it's a clear message. We're getting the letter with the lady. So I see that, and giving thanks to nature and to Mother Nature, to Mother aspect, to feminine, divine feminine energy, in giving this very, very tangible message. It's like getting a letter, literally. Like, here's the instructions. Like we're saying, follow the instructions to turn this upside, right side up. So it feels like Mother Nature is literally giving us a recipe, giving us a very, very clear, letter, correspondence, something as if we were to get it in writing, that we could literally get a to-do list. This is a to-do list of what it is that we need to do. And it is starting with connecting with divine feminine energy, connecting with the right side of the brain, connecting with our emotions, with our intuition, with spirituality, with the sacred, with what is inspiring. What we're going to see when we look into the mirror and we take that time to reflect, when we look at all of this very, very heavy retrograde energy and reevaluate, and then again killing off what has been holding us back and putting stagnation to our success and to the recognition that we deserve for what it is that we do, what it is that we believe, what it is that we are passionate about, and what is our purpose. This is a time to find purpose. It's not a time to keep somebody's job. It's not. If there's anything that this energy, that all of this situation has taught us, is what's really, really important, and what it is that we choose to do with our lives, with our bodies, with our day-to-day. Life is short, man. So if we don't get to decide, then what is life? And then if they're deciding, then is it life? Then are we really living? We have to decide that. We have to figure that out for ourselves. We have to take that time. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see what the moon is saying. I think I'm gonna try to get these up here. and hopefully avoid any wind from taking them away. Give thanks. Ooh. You saw that? You saw that? You saw that? All right, so we're going to put them away. Yes, we are. Okay. Thank you, Oya. We're going to put you right here. Not trying to lose none of these cards. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Moon energy. What say you with this blue moon energy that is still so potent with the age of Aquarius? The continuation of this full Aquarius moon energy. Right. Full moon in Leo. It just came out of Leo energy. Leo season. Don't let pride get in your way. Now, when I think of these cards that I had to put away because they were going to get blown away with the wind, there's a lot of energy in regards to pride, feeling as though we don't want to do something that someone might judge us for. You know, I may say, choose your passion, follow your purpose. You know, don't focus on somebody else's job, and don't all of these things. I can say all that, right? That's for me, and I'm sharing what I feel for me, and that I feel has worked for me. So naturally, you have to go with what resonates in everything. Anything that you watch on YouTube, that you see on social media, you have to go with what resonates for you. Woo! There is a huge wasp. Okay, facing my fears, because I have a huge phobia. Wow, so you're just gonna be chilling right now? Right here? Okay. I'm with the people, so I gotta stay with the people. So I'm going to face my fears and stay with the people. This is what this is about, yo. And you see, and don't let your pride get in your way, because right now I could say, yo, it's really like right here. I could say, that I'm going inside because I'm scared. But I'm not going to do that because we're in it. And it's all part of the message. And I have to have faith. So this is a very, very clear message for me, especially in choosing to do the readings, the nature readings outside. I can't be afraid of nature if I'm not trying to align with nature, right? So even in this moment right now, I could be like, yo, I'm going to post this thing because I'm not going to let my pride get in my way to like not share this phobia, not share this fear that I like faced and that I'm choosing still to face, because it could come back, because I don't even know if it's behind me right now. Like, I don't know. So right on time. What I was in the process of saying, which is still aligned in regards to what it is that we choose. Oftentimes we choose or we don't choose based on what somebody else is going to say and what somebody else is going to think and what somebody else is going to judge. And they're going to say, oh my God, I can't believe she quit her job. Oh my God, I can't believe she's just like giving up everything and going to like start this like orgonite business. Oh, I can't believe she's just making oils for whatever they say, let them say. Be proud of yourself instead of feeling like you have to be like so cautious of feeling like your pride is going to be wounded because of what other people say. Are the choices that you are making make you proud of yourself? Do you feel like you can say that the choices that you're making is living in service, in sacred service of others, versus just doing what somebody is telling you to do? So, you know, there's different ways that we can look at this pride thing, and what Leo season has taught us, and what, you know, the Lionsgate energy, this portal, you know, that is still very potent, has taught us. You know, we're still, tomorrow is the 26th, so 2 and 6 is 8. We're still in this 8 energy. So the portal is like still kind of lingering up until tomorrow. So all of this is so aligned, and no accident as well that this card came through, how it did, when it did. So think about what it is that pride means to you. And are you proud of the decisions that you're making? It's even in the overview that I was talking about of being, you know, committed to your choices. When you look in the mirror, are you proud of the choices that you made? Are you aware as to why you made those choices? And would you do it again? Is your higher self saying yes, 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 yes in that moment? We have to know the answers to these things. Let's see what the crystals say. Give thanks, crystal spirits, for your energy and your guidance. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take both. Ooh, you see. Yo, Moonstone, of course. Live your purpose. Can't make this stuff up. Lepidolite. Recall your dreams. Can't make this stuff up. I was just saying, beyond the Moonstone being directly connected to the moon, we're here doing a moon reading, and Moonstone is, see, and you see, and if I did this reading on the day of the full moon, and I got this card, it would still be the same perfect alignment. But it is not advised to use and work with Moonstone on the day of the full moon because of the potency of it and the alignment of it. So I usually wait 3 days before I start working with Moonstone again, before and after full moons. New moons are fine. You can use your Moonstone straight through beyond the main days of the full moon. So I wouldn't have been able to work with Moonstone if I did this reading on that day. But now it is literally the day that I would start working with Moonstone. Ashe, live your purpose. It's everything that we've been just talking about. Live your purpose. Lepidolite, recall your dreams, just in what I was saying and thinking about that inner child, the promises that we made, the dreams that we had when we were a kid. Like, are we aligned with that? Are we recalling that? Recall, retrograde energy, all the words, right? Reevaluate, recall, like reflect, recall your dreams. It is time to go back, and then again that aligns with the pride so that we can be proud of the things that we're choosing, our dreams and our purpose. If we're following our dreams and our purpose, there's no way that we can't be proud of that. And then we're letting our pride get in our way by not following these things, by not being aligned with these things, because we're so concerned about what somebody else is going to say about us following our dreams and our purpose. It's not for them to decide. Let's see what the Green Witch. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you so much for this alignment, this guidance. So on point. See that? I'm going to take that. Came out on the side. Let's see. Yo. Beet. Passion. Beetroot. Passion. The number 7 card. Told you, we can't make this up. We're talking about purpose and passion and dreams. It's everything that we're saying here. That is what this energy is about. And I don't want to say like we're running out of time, because I believe that timing is divine, but we got to stop teetering on this thing of questioning our dreams and our passions and our purpose when we know what they are. And if we don't know, then that's what we need to get on, is taking the time. Take that time to reflect, especially during this retrograde energy, especially with Chiron in retrograde, to pull up all of the stuff that is holding us back, that is creating scars and wounds, that create this like shroud to block our dreams and our passions and our purpose. So let's work with Lepidolite. If you have it, if you need it, hit me up. Moonstone, if you have it, if you need it, hit me up. And align with our passion, align with what makes us feel proud about the choices that we're making. I'm going to see what the animals and the fairies and essential oils have to say. So now that we know, eat some beets. If you can get your hand on some beets, definitely eat some beets while working with moonstone and lepidolite. And let's see what essential oil we can add to that magical remedy to ensure that we maximize benefiting from this energy. Roman chamomile, Ashe, promotes calmness and peace. Roman chamomile is also a very, very aligned oil with abundance. So again, very Leo, Lionsgate energy, 8-8 infinite abundance energy in my Attract Abundance serum. Roman chamomile is absolutely all up in there. Let's let the sirens pass. Ashe. Thank you, Spirit. Wow. Okay, and this huge cicada just landed right above me and is like chilling on the balcony above me. Listen, y'all, look up the cicada when you stop. After this, I want you to look up the symbolism of the cicada. I want you to look up the symbolism of the yellow jacket, because they came through. I want you to look up the symbolism of the butterfly, because they came through. Butterfly, dragonfly came through too while I was out here. Cicada and yellow jacket, all right? When you see the alignment with those 4 insects, this is about freedom, this is about transformation, this is about empowerment, this is about claiming, reclaiming your life the way you want to live your life. You deciding. Passion, purpose, dreams, calm, peace, being proud without letting pride getting in your way. There's a difference between pride and being proud. Ashe? So, prescription, moonstone lepidolite, eat some beets, and get some Roman chamomile or the Attract Abundance oil. Back to Natural. You know I'm here. Backtonnatural.life. Hit me up. Because, see? Ashe. Yo, they had to honk for that. Say word. See what the animal spirits have to say. Got all these insects coming through. That cicada is still there. Yo, when I'm done this, if I can get a picture of that cicada. Yo, still there. Wow, and they're huge. Yo, it's incredible though to like see tangibly when you're like getting over fears. Oh yeah, all right, you want to come through, cool, no problem. Because I would like run in the house in another life, like last year. I would run in the house and I'm like, I see you, I feel you, I hear you, and I thank you. And like it's like being at one with nature, because the running in the house was fear of thinking that they would hurt me or something would, and I just don't believe that they will. And then worst case scenario, like, okay, I get whatever, you don't put that out there. So to run is by feeling like it could happen, and to stay and to be at one is like alignment of being like, I know you won't hurt me, so thank you, and for your messages. Anyway, I can go on tangents, y'all know. Kingfisher, be patient and focused. Archangel Wokbi. Kingfisher. Wow, that's beautiful. So that's a bird. It's not the fish, but I'm assuming it's a bird that is real good at fishing. So that's a good energy as well, especially with fish often representing fertility of abundance and finances and prosperity. And this bird is like just catching it all up. catching the abundance, catching, that money, yo, we gotta ask for money too. They got us conditioned feeling like because we're spiritual, we can't ask for money. Money is energy, like everything else. And if the wicked have some, you sure as heaven know that we should get some too. So being patient and focused is really important in all of this to-do list aspect of things. Again, we got the letter and the woman, the lady in the Lenormand. We had the Queen of Pentacles, right? And thinking about all of the action that needs to be taken in order for us to get our recognition and our success. It is about being focused. It is about being patient. It is about, having that drive towards our purpose, our passion, our dreams, and promoting peace and calm in our lives. There's so much that is like in disarray right now, and it's because we're on this rat race. We need to take a step back. We need to focus on what it is that is important to us. This is part of the retrograde energy of reflecting and reevaluating, recalling, going back, and pulling things up to really be able to identify what it is that we should be doing with our day-to-day. What it is that we should be focused on. And the patience is trusting the process, trusting the universe. When we're scared about losing a job, or they tell us to do this or else, what's the or else? What's the or else, especially when you think about what it is that you're already losing? That's what you also need to pay attention to. And is it worth? What is worth? What is worth it? What are you really giving up to gain? Death card, right? What is really dying? What is it that really needs to die? And do you want to be the one to decide, or do you want them to be the one to decide? And now as we're out here, let's connect with the fairies. Give thanks to the fairy folk. Oh, wow, okay. Like, yeah. Oh. Find balance. Find balance. Find the balance between your work, rest, and playtime, and you will have more energy, harmony, and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. So, listen, we're getting such an awesome to-do list right here. And that rest, that recovery, that's also rewords for the retrograde, right? Take that time. Balance is so important. It is so key in order for us. And again, we talked about duality and the balance of things in regards to this moon, and Aquarius even being, kind of on the cusp of elements of air and water. It's really about finding that seesaw of things. So when we are thinking about what it is that we're choosing in regards to our purpose, in regards to our passion, versus our jobs and demands and, obligations, these are the things that we need to look at. These are the things that we need to, that require some balance. And naps are life. So I love that, literally giving the suggestion to take a nap. I think that's really, really important. So let's do that. And I'm going to conclude with some charms. We've got infinite love, infinite abundance of love, right? Because we've got the infinity sign, the 8, another butterfly passing by right now, a white butterfly. Say word, ashe. So focus on love, focus on nature, back to natural.life, yes. Moon energy. So we are going into our full moon, into new moon energy. So this is a moon message, definitely moon manifesting. We've got fearless, faith over fear, right? We have to be fearless, and this isn't the decisions that we are making through this thing, and be fearless in regards to your dreams and your purpose and your passion. And then we have forever, and the forever brings in all of this immortal aspect of things, infinity aspect of things, especially when you choose for you and when you choose to live your life based on your passions and your purpose and your dreams. That is what lives forever. as artists, as creatives, we get the wand energy. We had all of that in regards to what it is that we know we should really be doing. That means that no matter what happens to our physical, tangible self in this particular dimension, our work will live forever. So what is it that you want to leave behind, regardless of what happens to you? What do you want to leave for your children, for your grandchildren, for future generations? What is it that you want to be able to say will be immortalized? Because it certainly won't be your job. Pay attention. Stay focused. Live that dream. Live that purpose. You know what it is. Give thanks, Spirit. Give thanks. Much love to you all. Ashe, ashe, asheo. Peace.